RAS to the right. So let's take a look at this cheat sheet that we have available for you to download. So this is what an increase in SRAS looks like, a fall in SRAS looks like, an increase in LRAS look like, a fall in LRAS look like, an increase in AD, and a fall in AD. Now you should pause this video and attempt this. Take 5 minutes to attempt this. Now I want you to try doing this. Take a look at each of these events, and then after that, take a look at your cheat sheet. Think about which of this diagram would represent what happens in this of each event. So pause this video and go ahead and think about it. Right, so now that you have actually done the exercise, let's see. Now when income level rise by 5%, we expect there to be an increase in AD because of an increase in consumption. Why would there be an increase in consumption? Because purchasing power has increased, therefore aggregate demand would increase. So if the government increase both corporate income taxes and personal income taxes, what we'll expect is a fall in AD. Why would there be a fall in AD? There will be a fall in AD because if the government increases personal income tax, disposable income will fall, consumption will fall because purchasing power fall. If the government increases corporate income tax, then your after-tax profits fall, investments will fall, AD will also fall. But if your investments fall, it could also potentially lead to a fall in LRAS, which is represented by this diagram over here. If the government builds an extension to the existing rail transport network, the first thing that comes to our mind is that there will be an increase in government expenditure because your AD will increase. So the government will spend money hiring construction firms, design firms, companies to actually build the railway transport network. So there will be an increase in G, therefore an increase in AD. But at the same time, if you think about it, in the long run, after the rail transport network has been completed, we expect people to save on travel times. If they save on travel times, they have more time available for work and leisure, which will increase their productivity, increase the number of working hours available, amount of hours that they have available to work. Then your long aggregate supply will also increase. So we expect RAS to also shift to the right. Next, if there were to be a decrease in oil prices and your country is a net oil importer, then we expect that there will be an increase in SRAS because when oil prices fall, your prices or factor inputs fall, it is cheaper for firms to actually produce. So we expect this diagram to represent the fall in oil prices. The Retirement and Re-employment Act now requires employers to offer re-employment to eligible employees who turn 62. So we expect there to be more elderly workers available to work now, which will increase the productive capacity of the economy and shift RAS to the right. And these elderly workers now, they have a proper income. They will also have an increase in disposable income, which allows them to consume more, increasing AD at the same time. If the opposition party wins the election and choose to cut Singapore foreign labour force by half, first of all, the first thing comes to our mind, our labour force shrink, our LRAS will shift left. At the same time, if there were less population in Singapore, we expect consumption to fall. There will be a fall in AD. Investments may also fall because of pessimism, increased pessimism. And next, if there were to be a natural disaster like an earthquake or flooding, it will cause factory to shut down due to damage in machinery and equipment. We expect there to be a fall in LRAS as this natural disaster immediately affects the maximum amount that the economy can produce. But we expect the government to actually spend on rebuilding efforts, which will lead to an increase in G. Then after that, when the reconstruction has been done, your LRAS will increase back. That is what we expect to happen. And if the government decides to implement an environmental tax, we expect that your SRAS will fall, where prices will go up because environmental tax will actually increase the cost of production for firms.